The GovGuam Association of Retired Persons, or GGARP SPEMA contract to operate the island's senior citizen centers ends this month. There is no new contract in place to take over because the Department of Public Health and Social Services never issued an RFP. Instead, they signed a memorandum of understanding with island mayors, having them take over these services. The issue apparently is money. At the start of the fiscal year, Public Health asked GGARP to cut costs for their services by about $20,000 a month because of a lack of funding. GGARP Vice President Ben Ngoko says his board opted not to cut these costs as there was already a contract in place with GovGuam. He says they wanted to finish out this contract under its current terms, and then they would be willing to look at ways to cut costs for the next year's contract.
GARP did not reject the government, the Division of Senior Citizen of the GARP, but only that if there is something in writing that the president doesn't want to break that writing, which is the contract. She wanted to end it until it's matured to the right, which is February 29th. Thereafter, whatever the government wanted, the government offered, and we accept the offer.
Instead, when GGARP SPEMA refused to cut costs under its current contract, Public Health then decided to go with island mayors, who said they could operate these services for less. Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr. then drafted Bill 431, allowing the SPEMA contract to continue while Public Health works on procuring a new contract.
In DOE, for example, when they didn't award a food service contract with the existing provider, they were able to go to month until such time one was awarded, and so this is no different from that.
So why not just let the mayors run the senior centers in the interim? Senator Rodriguez is concerned that they will have difficulty with funding. He says SPEMA has not been paid for most of this fiscal year.
They've only been paid once this fiscal year, which is for October, and so they're able to float, and fund their operations because they have other ways of raising money, and so I think it's problematic if you have a government entity that's going to take over and not have the ability to front out these financial obligations.
This afternoon, lawmakers went into the Committee of the Whole to hear from the various stakeholders involved. DPHSS Director James Gillen explained that he chose to proceed with the Mayor's Council when he was advised that he could not extend the contract with SPEMA on a month-to-month basis.
I asked the AG's office for some opinion, I asked GSA, and I asked the Governor's Legal Counsel how this might be done. Their response basically was, unless it is an emergency, okay, and there's some fairly specific language about how you declare an emergency, then you could not extend the contract. So given that information, we proceeded on with the Mayor's Council.